What is up, everybody? This is Patrick, and I am back once again. And welcome back to the channel. And today's video, should I say tonight, because it's literally 7:40 here in Australia, and I'm getting annoyed on my social media, but I'm gonna ignore it. This video is going to be about the Super Showdown. Now, I know we don't know anything about the Super Showdown except for one match and the fact that it's going to be here in Australia. In Melbourne. I'm basically going to shut off, I'm just going to shut off social media, because I don't want to get annoyed by frickin' spamming messages. I am going to be making predictions for what I believe are going to be the match lineup for this pay-per-view. Again, these are predictions. I don't expect them to be right. I would not be surprised if I was right in any of the match situations that we could be getting at, the Super Showdown in October. And then again, we're in July, October and September. We've got 2 more months, so we don't know if any of the champions, are going to be the champions by we get to this point. So this video is me making an early prediction. I don't think many of the champions are going to still be the same, but then again, it's an actual pay-per-view. So then again, I would not be surprised. So, my first match prediction. I was going to do this for a SummerSlam video. I was going to talk about this on the SummerSlam video. I might do this tomorrow, because I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be predicting that we could be having either a triple threat or a fatal four-way for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Now, what are you talking about? A triple threat or fatal four-way? Well, like I said, I was going to make a video about something earlier for a SummerSlam video, because like I said, I was going to plan on doing some videos to predict on what I think could be some match setups for SummerSlam. But I guess I'll bring it up here, because there's really no point. Everybody has been talking about Becky Lynch's push, her recent push after her Money in the Bank failed, after her coming short in the Money in the Bank. There's talks that they're building up this storyline where Becky Lynch is going to finally work her way up the rankings and, get into the SmackDown Women's Championship. Beating someone like Sonya Deville and 2 members of the Iconics is really going to push you up the ladder there, Becky Lynch. I'd say maybe beating someone like Asuka could get you up the ladder. Not people that are technically below you. But anyway, the reason why I'm saying triple threat or fatal four-way is because it depends on where they're going with this. The triple threat idea is Mella, Asuka, and Becky. That was idea number 1. Now, what's the fatal four-way? Well, the fatal four-way is the inclusion of Charlotte. Now, Charlotte is shown on the poster of the Superstar Showdown. She is on the poster for this event. So, my guess is that she's obviously going to be challenging for the championship. Which I was thinking of, that Charlotte was going to come back at SummerSlam and probably challenge Carmella for the championship. That was my first thought. That was the first idea that came to my mind about, like my SummerSlam video. I was thinking of maybe Charlotte's going to come back for SummerSlam, challenge Carmella. But then again, people will be like, Why would you have Charlotte challenge Carmella? She's gonna verse Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. Well, you can still have her challenge for the belt. She doesn't have to win. You can still have her challenge. So that's why I think a 3-way or a fatal 4-way could be a good idea. So in that way, Carmella can lose the title without being, physically pinned. Like having. So my prediction is a 4-way or a triple threat, depending where things are going. Now, some people might say, well, what if Asuka isn't in the title picture? She will be. She will be, trust me. The WWE would be foolish to have Asuka not be in the championship picture. They'd be foolish to have her, floating around doing nothing. So my prediction is Mella, Asuka, Becky, and Charlotte at the showdown in a 4-way for the SmackDown Women's Championship. That's my first match prediction right there. Next, I would say, next match is kind of an obvious one. Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss. Now, I know some people might say, wait, what are you trying to say here? What do you think I'm trying to say? Ronda versus Alexa. Now, I know some of you people might be confused. We're approaching SummerSlam. Alexa is obviously going to beat Nia at Extreme Rules. There's no doubt about that. Okay? There's no doubt about that. I would love to have Alexa hold the title longer, but I know the WWE creative storyline and plans ideas, so I know what they're going to do. They're going to have Ronda and Bliss at SummerSlam, and Ronda's most likely going to dethrone Alexa. So, either they plan Natalya to turn heel, or if they don't, then we're probably going to be seeing a few more months of Alexa versus Ronda. Now, then again, maybe not all titles will be on the line, which I think they should. Every title should be up for grabs. So that's why I'm thinking Ronda and Alexa. Because right now there's really nobody on Monday Night Raw really capable of competing for the Women's Championship. And I'm not adding Sasha and Bayley to the mix because they're having their own feud. There's no reason to throw them into the women's title picture when they've currently got their own feud. Sasha and Bayley, they're a possibility to happen at this event. But then again, that really all depends on how long these rivalries are going to go on for. So some of the match ideas might be on hold. Some of the matches might be on hold, depending on how long the matches go. So that's two. I've got the two women's matches out of the way. Tag team titles. Now this is going to be a tricky one because nobody really cares about the tag team division right now. Either the Authors of Pain are going to win the Raw tag team titles, which they should. The Authors of Pain are probably the only team on Monday Night Raw that should win the Raw tag team titles. Now, if they do give the B team the Raw tag team championships, I'd say have B team be like Heath Slater and Rhino. I'd say have them be like Heath Slater and Rhino. Have them be champions for a couple of months until they run into a roadblock, which is the AOP. And then the AOP just obliterate them. So, maybe my match idea could be the B team versus the Authors of Pain. Whether the B team are champions or whether the Authors of Pain are champions. I think the Authors of Pain winning the tag team titles is the best thing to do. Either when they get to this event or before this event. That's my idea. The United States Championship. Now, yesterday I made a video about Orton versus Almas. Should it be at SummerSlam? I saw King Schmidt's comment, excuse me. I saw his comment on the video. And I do technically agree that the rivalry should happen after SummerSlam. The reason why I planned it at SummerSlam is because maybe that could be a good way to get Almas on the map. Now, if they do plan this after SummerSlam, why not have Almas versus Orton in Australia for the United States Championship? That seems like a good idea if you ask me. Why not have Orton and Almas compete over the United States Championship in Australia? Imagine the match quality that those two could put on, like I said in my video yesterday. So that could be my idea. So that's my idea there. If it's not going to be at SummerSlam, I'd say maybe around Super Showdown or Hell in a Cell, you can plan Orton and Almas. Maybe add Jeff Hardy to the mix and Shinsuke into the mix, depending on WWE wants to do. Intercontinental Championship. Now, this is where things are going to be a little bit more tricky. We don't know if Ziggler's going to be Intercontinental Champion till October. Seth Rollins could regain the Intercontinental Championship at Extreme Rules. So this one's going to be a tricky one. I really don't know what I could do here. What I could think of is possibly maybe the Intercontinental Championship may not be defended. But then again, like I said, every title should be defended. You know what? I'm going to say, if Ziggler remains champion, there has been reports. Now, I'm guessing this is just speculation because nobody has mentioned it. I was hearing the reports that McIntyre and Ziggler could possibly break up as a team. By the looks of things right now, it doesn't seem to be the case. But if they are planning it within a few months' time, maybe we could have Drew and Ziggler. Depending on if Ziggler is going to be champion. So the Intercontinental Championship is kind of confusing right now. I'm not really sure about this one. The reason why I had an idea for the US Championship is because, I kind of know where people need to be. The reason why I'm not sure with the Intercontinental Championship is because we don't know if Seth Rollins is going to continue chasing after Extreme Rules up to SummerSlam and catches the belt at SummerSlam, or Ziggler just ends up winning the entire feud and he moves on to something else. We don't know. That's why these predictions are just wild guesses. They're just my wild guesses on what I think could possibly happen. I'm gonna say Ziggler and possibly Bobby Roode. Ziggler and Bobby Roode for the Intercontinental Championship. Why Bobby Roode? Because again, he's on the cover of the poster. People that are on the cover of the poster are 100% going to be there. So that's why I'm thinking Ziggler, Roode for the Intercontinental Championship. I don't know why I didn't think of Bobby Roode earlier, but yeah, I'm thinking Ziggler and Bobby Roode for the Intercontinental Championship. Imagine that. The first feud that Bobby Roode had on SmackDown Live, and he reignites this feud over the Intercontinental Championship, and maybe wins the Intercontinental Championship. That seems fair to me. Obviously, we've got Triple H and Undertaker, so I'm not going to bother with that match. We're not going to bother with that match because we've already got that match there. What other possible matches we could have? WWE Championship. Now this, I would say AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, but we're not 100% sure on this one. I know there's going to be more matches, maybe some regular matches, but I'm trying to think of the big matches. Because I don't want to waste everybody's time with, too many matches. Because they'll be like, whoa, that's too long, We don't want to be here for too long, That's why I'm only thinking of the big matches that we could get. We know majority of the matches like Finn Balor and a couple of the others are most likely going to be filler. So, I think AJ Styles... That's even if he's champion by this point. Because this is what's the best thing about trying to predict ahead of time. Making predictions. Because we don't know if Styles is going to be champion at the head of time. Actually, yes. I actually do know he's going to be head of champion at this time. Because I want to get this to your attention. Apparently, somebody leaked. Now, take this with a pinch of salt. somebody leaked a match for the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view in September, and it said AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. Now somebody leaked it, so obviously Styles is going to be champion for 2 more months. So if Styles truly is going to be champion by the Australian pay-per-view, I kind of guessed right, because I kind of figured, why would you have Styles and Carmella lose the titles before they get here? Because they were here while they were promoting it. Why not? We'll have AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. I reckon that will be a great match. Now, this is going to be a bold guess. Let's just say Brock Lesnar is not the Universal Champion anymore. Which, that title does need to get off of Lesnar. That title needs to get off of Lesnar. My final match prediction is Roman Reigns, who is the Universal Champion, versus Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley in a 3-way. That is my guess. That is going to be... Yeah, I think I'll make that my final guess. I was only trying to predict all the champion matches. If you guys have any other match ideas, you can comment, down below. Maybe Sanity versus New Day, or Finn Balor versus somebody, You could have some fun and try and predict some matches down below if you agree with any of the matches that I'm saying here. So yeah, that's my final prediction. Reigns, Rollins, Lashley for the Universal Championship in a 3-way. Now, if Dean Ambrose is back, maybe make it a 4-way. Or maybe take out Bobby Lashley and add in Dean Ambrose. A shield match for the Universal Championship. Really all depends on what they're going to do at this point. So yeah, guys, that's the end of this video. That's all I've got. This video was pretty tricky to think out in my head, because I'm not like most people who type out notes or have written down ideas or write things down before they come up with their videos. I use my brain and I try and think of my way around it. So anyway, guys, that's basically most of my match predictions. I'm just basically tried to guess all the championship matches. I know I didn't add the Cruiserweight Championship because I don't think they're going to be there. I don't think they'll be there. They probably will, but we'll see. But if the Cruiserweights are there, I would love to see Cedric Alexander versus Buddy freaking Murphy, and Buddy Murphy walking out as Cruiserweight Champion in his home country. That would be the Cruiserweight match I would want to see. So yeah, that's basically it, everybody. If you've got any other match ideas, maybe even with the championships, comment down below your predictions for some of the matches. And be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell so that way you will be notified when my next video comes up. And also be sure to follow me at PBallantyne on my Twitter. Thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.